Hey, what's up guys, it's Fish here and welcome to this epic 3rd Age Total War replay for Medieval Kingdoms Total War. So it's been a while since I've last done a 3rd Age Total War battle, and I really want to start doing more of them because I absolutely love Lord of the Rings. It's my favourite movie series of all time. To me, nothing can come close to it, and with Rise of Mordor still being a fair distance away, but it is coming along the horizon, so I do definitely want to kind of do more Lord of the Rings stuff. And since, you know, me and Apollo finished Tug of War, I haven't really done any 3rd Age whatsoever. So today I'm going to be showing you guys a 3rd Age battle. If you want to see more of 3rd Age on my channel, then make sure to drop a like and a comment. And what a way to open this replay with an awesome trebuchet hit, just burning so many orcs. That's perfect. So we will pause it so we don't miss any of the action, and we'll just leave it on this. So yeah, if you want to see more 3rd Age on the channel, then send in your replays to the email down below, and also make sure to drop a like and a comment on this video. So today we have a 2v2 battle. We have Eredor and Arnor. Yeah, we have Eredor over there, and then we have Arnor over here. So I love the Arnor units, they look sick. We will run through the army comps in a second, and if you want to skip that, there'll be an annotation on your screen. And then up against Eredor and Arnor, we have the Mordor orcs, and we have, I think, the High Elves. I think the High Elves have betrayed the last alliance, and they have joined up with Sauron. They've been corrupted. And look how sick this unit is. The Smiths of Erengorn. Something like that. But look how sick this unit looks. I've never actually seen this unit before. Because Apollo played the Wood Elves, I think, in our Tug of War. And I never really play the Elves too much. So, yeah, this is a sick looking unit for sure. So, we'll run through the army comps quick. We'll start off with Eredor. So on their front line, they have, I think, 4 units of these Woodland Hunters. Again, I'm not really too sure how good each unit is, because I know like roughly how good each unit is, but overall, kind of, I just haven't played 3rd Age in such a long time that I'm not really like, you know, I don't like, oh, this unit is sick, this unit's good. So I don't really know too much, but I guess we'll kind of just make our way. The more battles we do, if you guys want to see them, then the better it will be. So then behind that, he has his Greenway Guard, a couple units of Spearmen, and then he has his Merchant Militia, which I imagine is not going to be too great, if I'm honest, just from the name, and he has 3 units of them. Then on his flank he has 2 units of Lumbermen. I know the Heavy Axemen are actually pretty good, because when I was playing Gondor in the Tug of War, the Axemen actually did really well, and I assume these dudes are his elite infantry, the battle ready Dunedain. I imagine these guys are going to do some work in this battle, so I look forward to seeing that. And then he also has a catapult, and then 2 more units of lumberjacks. Sorry, no, a unit of lumberjacks and a unit of bandits. So no actual horsemen for them. Okay, that's interesting. They didn't bring any cavalry this battle. Maybe there was a rule not to, because I'm not sure if these guys have brought any cav, if Arnor brought any cav. And the Arnor cav is normally pretty sick. Yeah, Arnor haven't brought any either. So maybe there was a rule this battle for no cav, even though I don't think that Mordor kind of really fields too much great cav. So then on the front, Arnor are, oh yeah, they're basically Arnor's like that kingdom, but just better, right? That's what they turn into after Arnor's kind of disbanded. And yeah, okay, yeah, that makes lots of sense. So they're kind of like the old and new kind of fighting together, or old and new fighting together. So on the front line, they have 4 units of these Dunedain Rangers. Again, a really potent long-range archer force. It's going to be really good for Arnor. Then behind that, he has a solid unit, a solid bunch of Arnor men-at-arms. These guys are good at holding the line, a very strong infantry unit. Then behind that, he has 2 units of Arnor pikes. Again, pikes are always good. And then behind that, he has the beautiful dismounted Dunedain knights. Look how sick these dudes look. Absolutely, sometimes I get blown away by just the sheer like awesomeness of this mod. Like, you think how old this was like made in like 2000 and whatever. Like, this was made so long ago, and they still just look just as awesome. Really, really cool. Then behind that, he has some more Arnor heavy archers. I guess these guys are going to be providing Overwatch as the kind of the Dunedain form fullback. And then finally, he has a trebuchet, which is going to be looking for some awesome shots. Then the Mordor player has a bunch of Orc Raiders, some Uruk Archers, some Orc Mullers? I don't know how to pronounce that. Then he has his Orc Halberds. These guys are pretty solid. and then some orcs behind here. So yeah, one of the sad things about this mod is just the orcs are just not like as good as the humans. They kind of try and balance them out by giving them more men, but it just doesn't really work, and it is kind of hard to win as Mordor. Your men are just always inferior unless you kind of go with a lot of orc eye. Like their strength is in their like trolls and stuff like that, and their infantry just doesn't really kind of do too well, which is a shame because orcs, you know, they're bred for a single purpose, to, you know, destroy the will of men. And it's just kind of sad not seeing them, because, you know, they would just be mighty warriors, you know, they wouldn't be easy to kill. And it kind of, the show kind of portray, or the movie and kind of games kind of portray them easy to kill, just because obviously, you know, the main characters have to win. But, you know, you think about it, orcs are just huge men, like, or like huge, just like abominations, just muscles. All they're meant for is war. They're trained for war as soon as they're born. You know, so they would be very, very good. And then all we can see from the high elf player is a unit of archers, so I guess we can start this battle off by, I think I'll start off by watching the Arnor fight, because that's probably going to be kicking off soon, whereas the other fight's going to be having a few skirmish phases, and we'll go up to 1 speed as well, as these archers come a bit forward, I guess, just to volley down and put the hurt on this Mordor army as it tries its best to advance. Yeah, I feel sorry for this Mordor army because it's going to have to travel a lot of distance. It does have its own catapult shooting, one missing there. So it does actually have its own unit of catapults, which I guess I missed, which is, oh, it's a troll catapult. So we can use the trolls as well, which are going to be very decent for him. But his best chance is just to rush the enemy. We got some more trebuchets hits coming in, and both of them are going to fall short. Maybe he's aiming for the troll catapults. The troll catapult actually hit a bunch of his own orcs there. That is hilarious. And the melee engagement is already going to kick off. Arnor are not like shying away from this battle, and they're going to be charging in with their Arnor heavy infantry, and they're going to be clashing in. I thought the Arnor player would be holding back because he has a lot of archers, so I thought he'd be kind of using that as best he could just to kind of skirmish out the orcs, but I guess not. And a lot of these archers are actually falling kind of short and hitting the own Arnor soldiers. If we go over to the other battle, which is occurring over on this side, we can see that the High Elves have now come into view, and the free people of Eredor are advancing with some artillery shells coming in, going back and forth. They have their own catapult. The Dunedain Rangers are shooting into the High Elves. They might not be quite a match for the High Elves, but they'll be doing a decent job. I mean, these bow soldiers, these are kind of weak high elf soldiers, so I doubt they're going to be able to stand up to the high elves, but I mean, they're going to be standing up to the Dunedain, but the more elite ones will be able to. And look how awesome this looks as they just kind of advance through. That looks so sick. I love 3rd Age so much. I can't wait for Shadow of Mordor, and look at that huge hit! That was absolutely crazy! Killing about 20 dudes. Yeah, and again, the 3 people with Eredor are also just charging up into this combat. If we go back to this little engagement, oh, and it's not little for sure. If we go over to the engagement over, oh, that looks so sick. Oh my god, what a good hit. The catapult, the trebuchet actually killing the Mordor general. That's going to be a huge hit for the Mordor army. Losing their general early on is not going to be good. Oh, and I actually missed out that in the unit comps, but they did actually have a unit of Ologhai, which are their heavy elite trolls, and they're going to be smashing into these. Are these archers? Oh no, these are archers. So they're going to be cutting down these archers or just breaking their skulls. I don't really think they stand too much of a chance. However, the Mordor infantry is going to be struggling now for sure. The fact that they lost their general is going to just be huge for them around. And as well as that, we have a unit of knights of Arnor going to be smashing into the archers, and again they're going to be doing plenty of damage there. So there's a few units I actually couldn't see when we started. Oh, a trebuchet here actually killing 2 knights. That's not too good. But yeah, the Arnor heavy infantry, the dismounted Dunedain, and with the support of the pikemen, I'm going to be able to cut through these orcs fairly convincingly. There we go. We'll watch some of these dismounted Dunedain just going to town as the chargers come in. I don't know. There's something about Lord of the Rings which just makes me so happy. I actually watched the 3rd Hobbit film, which, you know, wasn't very good. However, if you haven't watched the extended edition film, I hugely recommend it. If you haven't watched the extended edition of the 3rd film, you have to. The 3rd film in cinemas, like without the extended edition, isn't a film. The things they add in, like I just don't understand how they managed to take out the stuff they did and to stick in the extended edition. because in the extended edition, like, there's so many, like, important things in the fighting stuff, which they just kind of skipped out and just didn't kind of include, which is in the extended. So, you have to watch the extended edition. There's so many cool fighting bits in it, which really make the Battle of the Five Armies a Battle of the Five Armies. And here we go, a huge hit by the Ologhai. It's going to be super hard for the Dunedain to take these guys down. The battle-ready Dunedain are going to be struggling. If we go back over to the High Elf battle, we want to see how that's kind of unfolding in the woods as well. It looks really cool. The three people of Eredor are fighting hard. They've got their spear militia going in, but I don't think they're going to be a match for the heavy Elven archers. The Elderwind swords are going to be, I think, outclassing these soldiers for sure, especially with their catapult and their heavy archer fire. If we just go down the battle line, I'm literally just smiling because I've missed Third Age so much, and hopefully you guys are enjoying this as we watch the Dunedain come up against the Elven spearmen. I think over here, though, oh no, the Elven forces have actually managed to rout this left flank, or this right flank, for Eredor, which is not too good. I guess their infantry is just not a match right now. I mean, maybe the battle-ready Dunedain are a match, but everything else is going to be struggling. And these ballista shots are hitting the woodland hunters. The archer fire must be doing some damage to the elves. And I mean, their lines are actually thinning out over here. The elves are struggling for infantry. That is no Orkhorn. And yeah, he's doing a good job of trying to pick away at these Elven archers, because these Elven archers are pretty solid in melee combat as well. So, you know, taking them out with your archer force is not going to be bad. And the lumberjacks are going to be doing half decent against these heavily armored units. Oh, dude just got his head sliced. Oh, sick. Oh, sick. I love the kill animations in Medieval 2 as well. That's awesome. Yeah, so, like, the Elven player is probably going to be winning out on this side. However, the Arnor player is probably definitely going to be winning out on this side, as he's just getting some awesome flanking shots into the side of this enemy force. The Oryx are going to be struggling. That's also going to be hurting morale as well. Oh, my lord. That was an insane hit. I'm not sure who did that. I think it was the... Oh my god, that was not good. I think that was the troll catapults doing that. And again, the trebuchets. Both sides are just, you know, friendly fire is insane right now. That was so cool. This has been an awesome battle. So massive thank you to Pugz for sending this in. I know him from the streams and stuff. So yeah, huge thank you for sending in this replay as more fire arrows come in, just burning the Uruks. So yeah, the Urukai are I mean, not the Urukai, but the Uruks are kind of starting to run out of men. They still have their troll catapults. And are the Ologhai still fighting, or the Ologhai have been taken down? I think they might have been taken down by now. I can't seem to see them on the field anymore. We've got some more catapults coming in, hitting these trolls. So yeah, again, they do have a lot of archers left. They've managed to fall back a lot of their orc archers, and some of their routing infantry has come back. But these Dunedain knights are just going to be cutting down them like they're just bread into butter. They're not going to stand a chance against these heavily armored Dunedain knights. The pikemen are, you know, pushing forward. I think the orcs over here might be about to rout. I don't think the orcs have much left in them. Yeah, there you go. You can see the pikemen being victorious there. And if we look over here, the dismounted Dunedain knights are just cutting down the routing troops. And really, all they have left, they do still have a unit of trolls from the troll catapult, which is not bad whatsoever. One of the catapults actually being destroyed by the trebuchet. And they also have a few archers left, so you can still put down some pain on the enemy force. The archer fire coming in now, trying to focus down these trolls as best they can. But yeah, the rest of the Arnor forces are going to be pushing on through the woods. I believe he probably will send some troops over to help out his ally as well. Because if we look over here, the Eredor player is actually falling back with a large portion of his missile force. It's almost a complete rout over here. The infantry force has been slain. Pretty much has been slain. There's a few battle-ready Dunedain running into combat still, but the Smiths are going in, and I can't wait to watch this unit just go in. That is awesome. Very, very cool indeed, as these guys are just fighting. And I think the Smiths are going to be claiming victory. However, battle-ready Dunedain are not going to be going down without a fight. But by the looks of it, they are just getting their chests caved in by the Smith's hammer. And look at the detail on their hammers and stuff. You can see actually like all the like crafting and stuff. That is pretty awesome. But Eredor's going to do a good job at kind of falling back and kind of just, you know, regrouping with their ally. So it's going to kind of be like a two-stage battle, which is pretty cool. As I assume the trolls have now been engaged, and the trolls are still alive. Some of these men-at-arms have pushed up though, and they're going to be, you know, wrecking these archers. The trolls might still be able to get a few more shots off on the catapult. They are loading it back up. I think they're going to be focusing down these knights. Because again, this is like the only cavalry unit. Oh no, is this the general unit maybe? This could be the general unit. Yeah, this is like the only like cavalry unit on the battlefield. So taking them down is going to be pretty important. But unfortunately, these trolls aren't good at accuracy and they missed out. He's also trying to shoot them down as well, but there's so much archer fire from the Dunedain. And another catapult hit coming in, actually missing the trolls. But again, the trolls are taking a lot of damage, so he's kind of softening them up. He's moved up all his Dunedain. Jesus, look at this. The Dunedain are just a mighty, mighty force indeed. They're going to be volleying shots after shots into these trolls, trying to take them down, as the Eredor player has pretty much formed up next to his brother in Arnor. Yeah, he's got all his Dunedain back, so he's still kind of saved a lot of his infantry, his archer force, so this is going to be a brutal kind of like hellstorm of missiles as the battle goes on. The troll's still getting shot down. Again, look how many of these orc archers are getting just slaughtered. They're probably going to rout just from the sheer amount of missile fire coming in and hitting them. But he's done a good job at kind of whittling down these horses now. There's only 4 horses left, and there I think one of these is the general unit. But I'm not sure. It could be, it could not be. He could actually have a general unit. Oh no, his general unit's back here, you can see. Is his general unit the trebuchet? Yeah, his general unit's actually the trebuchet, which is kind of funny. Still with some ammunition left. And yeah, the Elven player has fully routed the army over on this left flank. It's just kind of got the men which survive and have fallen back. But yeah, you can see it. They're all routing. They're all getting the hell out of here. So I guess we're going to move into phase 2 of this battle. The Elven player has won, but the Arnor player has also won. But kind of the only, I guess the advantage for Arnor is the fact that they've still got like some Eredor archers to support them. And these Dunedain infantry, like these Dunedain archers are not bad in melee combat whatsoever either. You know, they are Dunedain, so they can somewhat hold their own. You know, maybe not against the best infantry, but against the weaker infantry, they can definitely do a decent job indeed. And so the Elven player is going to form up. I guess the Arnor player can kind of just sit back and just use his missile superiority just to really shoot them back. There are some trolls back. We're going to speed it up whilst the 2 armies kind of form back up, and we'll kind of watch in case these trolls get into melee combat. I think the trolls are trying to get the hell out of there and try and save the catapult as best as possible. But the Dunedain, the Arnor player, is not going to let that happen. He's going to go ahead and charge onto them and, you know, make sure they drop the catapult. The rest of the trolls are going to try and run the hell out of there, but a few of them are going to get caught, and one of them is going to be taken down. But the rest of them are going to be running away and trying to retreat back to the secure line of the Elven player, who is still holding firm. He's also chasing down some troops. I think he's just maybe trying to take this hill as the armies form up. This is, again, something I love about Medieval 2. The way that we had, like, an initial battle, and now the battle's kind of broken down, and we're having a secondary battle. You just don't really get this. You don't get this in, like, Medieval 2. I mean, this is Medieval 2. It's early in the morning, guys. Give me a break. You don't really get this much in the later Total Wars. You know, in Warhammer, the battle would have been over, like, 10 minutes ago, which is fine. That's how Warhammer is. You know, it's much more arcadey, which appeals much more to the masses. But I just looking back on this, I just love the way this runs and the battles we have and stuff. Medieval 2 is such an awesome game indeed. It really, really is. It's just these epic engagements. So the elves are going to form up on this hill, which is pretty smart by them. But however, the Dunedain in Arnor, their heavy archers, are pushing up onto this hill as soon as possible as well. You know, this is a smart move. It's better than kind of attacking up the hill. The first volley is going to be given to the elves, though, as they shoot in. However, I think the missile superiority is definitely in Arnor and Eredor's favor for sure, because they have, you know, the whole of Arnor's archer force, which was like 6, and they also have Eredor as well. So I don't think the elf player can really stay at range. I think he needs to use his infantry, which I believe probably is superior at this point, because, you know, a lot of this force is just archers, and just kind of rush forward. Because if we look at them, if we look at them as archers, I mean, I guess both sides are pretty depleted, but I think yeah, they do have some Mithlon nobles as well, which are really solid. I think the elf player just needs to rush forward, because he's not going to win this missile engagement. Even though he is the elves, they just have way too many missiles. And if we just watch after they volley after volley after volley, you know, they're going to eventually just have more arrows shooting at the enemy. Here we go for another volley. As they're shooting, because eventually they're just going to win this, and there's nothing that the elf player can really do, especially because they have so many Dunedain left as well. Not even all their archers are shooting. If we look at this, the allies have lost 70% and the elven player has lost 84% of their army. But you got to remember as well, with that statistic, we did have a orc player who does have bigger numbers and stuff, and you know, so like the fact that there still could be a lot of quality in this elven player force, and he's going to just take this engagement with his archers, which is it's not a bad idea whatsoever. These elves are obviously elves, so that they're very solid in archer combat for sure. Gonna be volleying off as many rounds as possible. And they're just kind of pushing forward. Yeah, if I was the elven player, I would definitely push forward right now. But again, you are elves, so it's not too bad just to sit back and shoot. But the trebuchet is also shooting. This would be my sign to advance. He does also have a ballista, so maybe that's what he's waiting for, to get the ballista up into range. But the fact that these trebuchets are now shooting, it would be my go sign to go. If I'm going to sit back, these trebuchets, 2 of them are going to open up on me and just absolutely wreck me. And look at the battlefield as well. So many dead here. That's awesome. That's really, really sick. Yeah, so he's gonna shoot out 2 trebuchets, and I imagine these, you know, even one hit would just be so important right now. 1 missing and 1 going overhead. So they're both missing. However, it's, you know, it's gonna add up. 1 good hit in the center of this group, and he's kind of lost like a big portion of his infantry straight away. Yeah, you can see, and the elves are just not winning this skirmish engagement. There's too many Dunedain now, and heavy Arnor archers really racking up the kills. That's awesome. I love how they have rope as well. These archer warriors. So there's more trebuchets shots coming in. Again, is that going to hit? Oh, so close. This elven player is playing with fire right now. 1 huge hit right here, and he's just lost, you know, 2 units of his heavy infantry. I don't know why he's so clumped up. He needs to be moving them as quickly as possible. But it's not all bad for the elven player. The balance of power is still very even, and the fact that, you know, it's actually kind of closed the gap a bit. It's down to like a... Yeah, he's actually managed to close the gap a little bit, which is not bad on the percentage of kills. So I guess his archer phase is not doing too bad. I'm just so scared for him. I'm nervous for him about these trebuchet hits coming in. 1 good hit, and he loses so much of his infantry. But the fact that he has his ballista up now is going to be very good. I guess we can speed this up a bit as well as the trebuchet shots come in. Yeah, he's moving his trebuchets closer, I think, just because they weren't getting too many hits. Oh, nice. So he has his own ballistae coming in now. They're going to be going overhead, but a single good hit is going to be huge. I think we're getting some cow carcasses thrown out as well to try and hurt the morale, which is pretty interesting. This skirmish phase is fully going on. This is just a full-on insane brawl. We want to see some melee engagements. The elves don't have many archers left whatsoever. Like, they're really running low on archers. I wonder how long it's going to be until they realize that they have to kind of advance. Yeah, more dead cows being flung. This is going to be hurting the morale of the bowmen. So I wonder if that's kind of the Arnor player's plan, is to kind of just try and get these archers to rout, because they're all pretty low. And again, some of the archers are kind of changing their focus and hitting down these spear infantry. So again, you know, I want this elven player just to rush forward with his infantry. He has to, because he must know that even though he's killed a ton of these Arnor heavy archers, actually, I guess not. Actually, I think a lot of these Dunedain are out of ammunition now. Some of them are still shooting. I don't know. Like, I feel like obviously the Arnor player has the advantage. So many dead cows being thrown in. But actually, I don't know. Maybe I lied. It looks like the Elven player has a lot of archers left. So maybe me kind of complaining about the Elven player not charging was completely misplaced. Because this missile engagement is a lot closer than I think. A lot closer than I think. And I think the Arnor players are starting to run out of ammunition as well, as they take off another volley. So yeah, maybe the Elven archers are just that much superior. I thought that because they had like an extra, they had probably double the amount of archers they did, but I guess the Elven archers are just really good. The ballista shots coming in as well. Maybe I lied. Yeah, I think, oh my god, I was completely wrong. That's going to be a huge hit. So let's slow it down. We'll go back to 1 speed now. Damn, such a huge hit there with ballista. My bad. I take back everything I said. The Elven player knew what he was doing. He knew his strengths of his missile force, and he's going to force the Arnor player to come forward, which is absolutely fine. You know, the Arnor player can do this with Eredor's obviously support. They have a lot of Dunedain and stuff like that. But yeah, damn, I did not realize the Elf archers would be able to beat that many Dunedain archers. But I guess maybe as well as that, there was maybe a lack of ammunition for the Dunedain as well, and maybe the elves get more ammunition. So we charge in here. The Dunedain are going to be coming into these warriors of the Elven forces, and there's just going to be a last stand by both forces. Damn, what a close battle this has been. If you guys have enjoyed this, as I said, make sure to drop a like and a comment down below, because this has been an epic battle for sure. This has been really, really, really good. And what a way to kind of kick off bringing Third Age back to my channel with this like super close battle. Indeed, because the Elven player still has a lot of these smiths left as well, which are really high quality infantry. The Eredor player has done a good job of getting these woodland hunters round the side, but they're not going to be a match for these smiths whatsoever. So it's kind of good to kind of tie up this unit of smiths. However, I don't think they're going to be doing too well. The ballista is kind of reforming as well. Oh, the dismounted Dunedain Knights are getting stuck in now. This is going to be kind of a real decisive place of the battle. If the heavy Dunedain Knights can kind of break through against these Mithlon Lords. These spearmen, these Elven spearmen have been surrounded as well. This is such an awesome battle, and Eredor and Arnor are using their numbers to break through these archer lines, sending this unit of Elven spearmen away, and then he's also just kind of using his numbers to get around a complete outflank, and God, what a way to end this battle. Just completely surrounding them, getting onto the ballista, which is a really smart move. Killing these ballistas are going to be, you know, stop them from shooting is going to be huge, because this battle is so close. Look at the balance of power. It's still even. Damn. This is one of the closest Third Age battles I've fought in a long, long time, or seen in a long, long time. The Dunedain and heavy men-at-arms from Arnor are fighting on against the smiths in between the ballistae. The Arnor pikemen are moving up. This is going to be a huge force. You know, this is pretty much a fresh unit of pikemen. Not a fresh unit, but a fairly healthy unit of pikemen. They're going to be pushing in, keeping the Elven spearmen at distance. The smiths are going in. How's this left flank doing? Yeah, the smiths managed to push back all the woodland hunters, and now they're on to fighting the Dunedain. These smiths are a really solid infantry unit for sure. Luckily, the Dunedain still have a lot of missile fire. I'm still really surprised how well the Elven archers did. Obviously I knew the Elven archers were going to be, were sick, but I didn't realize they'd be able to defeat that many, because it was Dunedain as well. It's not even like it wasn't good infantry. But here we go. It looks like, I mean, they have the numbers. Arnor must be claiming victory here. The balance power is slowly going in their favor, and they have so many more men. It must be victory for Arnor. I cannot see it going any other way. Eredor and Arnor must be claiming victory against the elves. The elves still do have a few awesome units left of these smiths, but I just don't think it's going to be enough, especially now they're being outflanked as well. I think the ballistas, the ballistas are kind of dead now. And the smiths are kind of having their last stand. Look at these flags just fluttering in the wind as well. That's such a cool animation for such an old game. That is really, really cool. As the axemen, as the elves hold their last stand. If Mordor could have done maybe a bit more, then I think the elves could have claimed victory here and kind of won the day. Maybe if they could have saved their Olokai or something like that. Even just a couple units of infantry, I think. Because the elves, as I said, were winning the skirmish engagement, so... What an awesome battle indeed. What a very, very epic battle. As we watch the last stand of these elves as they are completely surrounded now. There is no escape for them whatsoever. Oh my god, but they're taking down quite a few Dunedain with them. That is for sure, and a lot of these woodland hunters are obviously going to be getting just slaughtered. You can see so many woodland hunters just kind of scattering the battlefield now. As the last, oh, he's getting killed. Nice. I love the kill animations on Medieval 2. They're so simple. And he's going to bring up some more Arnor heavy archers round the side just to kind of do the killing blow, I think. Because there's just, yeah, you can see the last stand, they're fighting hard. They're fighting to the end, but their men are starting to rout now. The band's power is not looking good. And this last unit of Smiths are holding on. The enemy general fought bravely. He was not retreating. But that's going to hurt the enemy morale. And there we go. I think the battle is done right here. So what a just awesome battle. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys will drop a like and a comment down below and let me know if you want to see more Third Age on the channel. I definitely want to kind of do more scenario battles.
Our soldiers have fought and died well today.
Yeah, I definitely want to do more scenario battles where there's more of a story behind it because, you know, they're so awesome. But here we go. If we look at the battle results, it was only an average victory. For sure. Mordor deployed a lot of men. They killed 1,000, but 1,000 just wasn't enough. You see how many Arnor killed? It's pretty brutal. And if we look at the kills for Eredor, who was the dude who sent this in, if we look at casualties inflicted, a few hundreds here, which is pretty good. You know, a few of these battle-ready Dunedain getting 100 kills, and you mean they're pretty healthy as well. There's still like 100 left of them. Oh no, there's not actually 100. That's how many casualties they actually took. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this battle. As I said, you know, 4 or 5 times before, make sure to drop a like and a comment if you enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys next time. And